Learning that British Columbia will no longer track COVID cases in schools made Stuart Eng and his wife more confident in their decision to keep their 6-year-old at home.
Basically saying, like, hey, we're not going to do any more testing of children and we're not going to give you any more notices. It basically just sealed the deal of the government just basically just gave up.
In the absence of PCR tests, BC has moved on to another method of gauging which schools have cases. If staff and student absence is more than 10% above the usual rate, public health will investigate. In Ontario, a 30% absence rate will trigger the same call and a notice to parents. But absence tracking does have flaws. It does not distinguish between a child who's homesick and those who are kept home by their parents or away on holiday. Still, this infectious diseases specialist says it is useful for public health.
If you ask people in public health what they look at trends. And they can look at trends at a school level, at a regional level. But if you're seeing a trend, then no matter what the absolute number is, it tells you something is changing and that you need to look at it.
Some school boards are finding their own way of refining the absence data. Here at the Upper Grand District School Board, they have their own website that tracks only absences for illness.
So far, the response has been positive because we think we've been able to provide the type of information that everyone is looking for, and that is an approximation to the number of people who are away, whether they're students or staff, that would be COVID-related.
Meanwhile, Stuart Eng is doing his own research on a crowdsourced school COVID tracker so he can try and assess when it feels safe to send his daughter back. Sumanac-Johnson, CBC News, Toronto.